As the curtain comes down on the world's biggest consumer electronics fair in Las Vegas, we thought we'd take a closer look at what the items will be playing with and buzzwords we'll be using this year. So to join me with her crystal ball is our tech reporter, Pascal Davis. Pascal, so much of what we've seen this week will be not only affecting our shopping habits, but also our daily habits, how we view and experience the world. What should we be looking out for this year?
Sure. So we can actually expect a lot from what we saw last year to be dragged into. So one of those, of course, being the Metaverse, which Facebook, now known as Meta, has brought into, which is a mix of sort of virtual reality and augmented reality. Of course, Meta is not the only company doing this. So what we can expect to see is really finessing the technology, because for one thing, I mean, I've tried the technology, gives you motion sickness. Can they iron these things out? I mean, it's very impressive, but I don't want to feel seasick when I go into the Metaverse. So there's that. There's of course other issues that are going to tech companies going to be ironing out. We're waiting what Apple's going to do. They're supposed to be bringing out some VR, AR goggles sometime this year. Over time, that may finesse into like contact lenses, for example. It will get much smaller. But other companies as well, they're working with like how we can physically feel the Metaverse in real life. So there's kind of vests that are being worked on that can vibrate. But there's also the ethical question that's going to come from the Metaverse, which I've spoken to some tech futurists that have said there may be some kind of human renaissance.
The pandemic is not going to disappear, or is showing no signs of that. How is that going to affect health?
Of course, so health tech, we're seeing a lot of changes. So, for example, at the CES, we've seen different types of masks that have fans built into them, things like this. But I think what's going to be the real shift is like health tracking devices. So, these could be watches, but also there's another one by Withings, which is a French company, which is developing a scale which you can actually do ECG tests on. And so I spoke to the CEO yesterday who said within 2 years he thinks this tech is going to become more mainstream, where it's used by doctors and patients. And that's sort of really been sped up by the pandemic, because doctors actually do need that information. They can't always see their patients. So this kind of technology, I think it's going to finesse. We're going to see more of it, and it may be used more mainstream between doctors and patients and improve their relationship.